Hi guys, so one of the main concepts behind this episode is going to be you can't read minds. So why should you care so much about what other people think? Now it's a common thing, especially with people who suffer from anxiety, suffer from depression, and other forms of mental health. Thinking too deeply into what other people think can be very destructive. And there's a couple of things that people fail to realize that can actually change how you feel towards that. So this episode's going to be kind of going into a little bit more detail, touching on why we do this, but also how we can kind of circumvent it as well. Right guys, I want hands up on this one. Okay, so hands up if you've been walking down the street in a new outfit and you've thought, oh, people are definitely going to judge me on what I'm wearing. Now this bright pink t-shirt, it's probably not for me. Someone is going to think I look like a complete idiot. Okay, yeah, we all do it. Okay, we all do it. We all walk back down new places or in big areas with a lot of people, and we do panic about what people think of us. Now, it's not even related to streets. You know, you could be on a night out, you could be trying something different, you could be going out anywhere that you want to go, and you're going to think, well, what do people think about me? And I'll be honest, I'm going to be brutally honest, nobody's thinking about you. And that sounds really awful in some kind of state, but realistically, you picture yourself walking down this street. Okay, you're walking down your local city, your local town, your local village, and you're going to sit there, not sit there, you're going to walk there, and you're going to walk past the massive amounts of people that frequent these areas. How many times are you going to think about people who are on your right, who are on your left? Let's say you walk past as an old boy who's just walking past with his walking stick. Are you going to sit there and scrutinize his life? Are you going to sit there and scrutinize what he's wearing? Or are you just going to carry on walking? And the answer is you're going to carry on walking. And that's not to say that there aren't judgmental people out there. You know, there are some people who get off on the fact of hurting other people with words. But the point I'm making while you're walking down the street is nobody realistically is going to point out anything to you. Nobody's going to come across to you and say, oh, I wouldn't wear that. They may think it. And there are times where you yourself would have thought this about somebody. And it's natural. It's an opinion, okay? An opinion, we learn this in school. An opinion is not a fact. It is just a statement of something that you think. And realistically, it's a statement of what other people think, but they're not going to come across and tell you. So realistically, why should it bother you? And a lot of things is, let's just say the hypothetical question, and this gets asked in a lot of interviews, is, you know, if you could choose any superpower, what would it be and why? And this kind of is a true reflection of what people want from life. So, for example, somebody who says, I would love to teleport, is definitely someone who'd want to travel. And then you've got the other side of, I'd love to read minds because I really would like to know of what people think about me. But why would you care about what people think about you? Because once you know that, you're going to change yourself to fit their demographic. And at the end of the day, every single one of you watching this video is unique. You have your own purpose. You have little quirks about you that other people don't have. And you'll have little quirks about you that other people do share. And that's what makes you human. So one of the main factors that I changed in my life was I adapted something that I called don't care. And it's so simple. And I know it's so cliche to tell someone who's overthinking about what people think about them to just don't care. It's like telling somebody who's depressed to just be happy, or telling a homeless person just buy a house. Okay, it's not going to happen. But all three of these things, extreme examples, you can still achieve through time. And it does take a lot of time to adjust to yourself. But don't forget, you guys are all unique in your own way. Some of you guys are absolutely obsessed with pumpkins. Some of you guys are obsessed with cats. Some of you guys are obsessed with your nieces, your nephews. And you may think that might be weird, but it's not. At the end of the day, that's you as a person. And by staying true to yourself, you do slowly ease out of that mindset of caring what other people think. Because at the end of the day, somebody will turn around to you and say, let's say, for example, me, I'm a huge believer in changing people's lives. And a lot of people are going to come to me and they're going to say, oh, well, you're not going to be able to do this because you are struggling yourself. And to them, I say, fuck off, mate. Because at the end of the day, what I truly believe is what's going to come of it, and it's all about that law of attraction. But also, it's the same thing for you guys. If somebody says, oh, well, the fact that you have 7 cats is really weird, it's not weird. You've got 7 cats that you're caring and appreciating and giving a fantastic life because you are doing that, and that's what counts. You At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what other people think about you, okay? It's what you think about you that's going to tear you up. And the more you think about what other people think about you, you're going to create an awful paradox, which is going to turn around, and in turn, it's going to be a big circle of just thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. Okay, so just cut out what you think other people think about you, because chances are it's complete and utter shit. And touching back on that cycle, if I do this, okay, so this is me being born, and this is me, unfortunately, this is me passing away, okay? Now, we never truly know when this is going to happen, okay? We never truly know when we're going to die. I could die on webcam, okay? I'm on a webcam right now. I could die talking to you guys right now. Thankfully, I'm not. However, okay, we never truly know what's going to happen between this timeline, okay? So if you spend all your time worrying and stressing so much about people, about what people think about you, and changing everything to be not you and fit that template that we mentioned before, your life is still going to be the same thing, don't get me wrong. However, it's going to be swallowed up by little sections and little worries and little panics and little stresses over things that don't matter. Okay, the reason that I say this is because I've said this so many times, but you guys are you, and you guys are the best people that you can be. And it doesn't matter what you're doing in your life right now, this moment, you are still you. Okay, and other people's thoughts about you don't matter. Okay, so think of this line again. All right, you're going to go through all this, and then you're going to get to your death stage, and you're going to be on your deathbed, and you're going to be sat there thinking, well, this is awkward. I spent all my life thinking about what people care about me, when in reality, it doesn't matter. And it's true. So come from this stage, back to this stage, back to here. You know, you're here in life. Make sure that for the rest of your life, it doesn't matter. Okay, it really does not matter what people think about you. There's often times where you're going to hear a rumor, you're going to hear a secret, you're going to hear something that's about you, okay? And it's going to affect you. I can't lie, it's going to affect you. Now, this happens quite often in the workplace. A lot of people are trying to get above each other, okay? It doesn't matter how many people you think are friends. Everyone is trying to get above each other in one way, shape, or another, okay? The social ladder dictates that you must be at the top. And unfortunately, this is where rumors and such come from. But realistically, you hear something about you, you immediately go on the defensive. You're going to go, well, nah, fuck off, that's not me. Absolutely not. No way in hell that's me. And you're going to go out of your way to try and prove that person wrong. Ask yourself why. And the reason I say this is because I've experienced this so many times. I've experienced things such as people saying that I'm a huge flirt at work and such like that. Now, I can't lie. I'm a bit of a flirt, okay? But it doesn't mean to the point where I'm going to go around and I'm going to go and try and sleep with everyone left, right, and centre, okay? And I spent a lot of time, and I mean a lot of time, trying to prove these people wrong for the judgment to still stand, okay? Now, I know in my heart that that wasn't the point, but they thought that that was me. And realistically, I'm going to sit there and go, well, that's not fair. That's not me. I can't be bothered. I'm going to kick up a fuss about it, okay? But why should I? Realistically, I know what's right about me, and so should you. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what people think. It doesn't matter what people might say in passing, and it doesn't really actually matter what people say to you directly either. Okay? At the end of the day, you guys know who you are, and you are the ones who stay true to yourself. Okay? Now, I want you to go back to that street again. Now, think about the street. You're walking down the street again. There's so much going on, and you're getting to your destination. Nobody's thinking about you, and you're not thinking about them. So it begs me to ask that question one more time. We can't read minds, so why are you trying to spend all of your time in them?